Okay, this week we are going to be looking at the first session on using hotkeys. So hotkeys are kind of shortcuts using kind of keyboards, combinations, control and another letter usually that make things quicker to complete. We're going to be looking at copy and paste. Now obviously many of you know already that if you right click on something you can copy and paste. You can go through edit and you can copy and paste things, but I'm going to show you how to use the hotkeys for that. So I've got two tabs open today. I've got the pupil voice from the autumn term, and I have got a website on Charles Darwin, which is something that we study in year 6 when we look at evolution in science. I'm just going to show you kind of two different ways of selecting information. So first thing for selecting as well, if you press once, obviously the cursor moves to wherever you want it to be. If you press twice in quick succession, so 1, 2, it will select that word that you're hovering over. I'll show you again, 1, 2, and there. Okay, but if you press 3 times, it will select the whole paragraph. So I'm going to show you just here, 1, 2, 3, and we've got that whole section. Okay, now this will work on any type of text on any document, not just on the internet, on anything at all. So I'll show you again here. So 1, 2 clicks, 1, 2, 3 clicks. Okay, if I go into my Charles Darwin one, so I wanted so if I press once now, nothing happens because this isn't an editable document, but I still can double click and it selects the words, or triple click and it'll select that paragraph. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and it's got the whole thing. Okay, here again, 1, 2, 3, the full paragraph. This one it'll select just that line, 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, 3, there we go, and the whole thing. So that's a way to select. Now I'm just going to open up a new document and just show you how quickly it is to use the hotkeys. So the hotkeys we're going to use, let's just make the text bigger. I'm going to type this. We're going to use Ctrl and C, which is copy, and then we're going to use Ctrl and V, which equals paste. Okay, the C one's obvious because copy begins with the letter C. But Ctrl and V, it's not the letter P because Ctrl and P will print, which we'll talk about when we look at printing a little bit later on in the year. The V is if you look on the keyboard next to the letter C. Okay, so that's why it's Ctrl V and it makes it quick and easy to do. So if I go on here, let's select that, 1, 2, 3, Ctrl C, copies, over to my new documents, and new line, Ctrl V will paste. Now it's pasted like that because I selected this box. Okay, if I can drag that to make it bigger so it looks a bit more kind of normalized, but I can also, if I go into here, so if I was just to select it like this normally rather than selecting the box, and Ctrl C and here and Ctrl V, and it's pasted. Same if I go on to Charles Darwin's one, so I've selected that at the moment, Ctrl C, and onto here, Ctrl V, and it's pasted. Okay, it changed the font there, so let me just show you something for that as well. Okay, which again, there is a hotkey for this, but if you wanted to paste it but keep the same fonts, then you've got paste without formatting. Okay, so pressing that one, it keeps the same text rather than changing it to the text or the font from the website. So again, that's slightly different, but for the hotkeys to copy things, especially if you're in your own documents, if I needed this copying and pasting 5 times, so Ctrl C to copy, goes on here, Ctrl V will paste, space, Ctrl V again, space, Ctrl V again, and I can paste things really quickly. It's much faster than having to right click and then hit paste, and even, let's just separate that out, and it's also much faster than edit and then paste. Okay, so those two hotkeys, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. and that is something that I use all the time. I very rarely would actually right click and copy and paste, so it is worth trying. Okay, thanks everybody.